my point with this anti-inflammatory or autoimmune vitamins or supplements is they also just come from basically from they're trying to come up with natural sources and process them. So the idea of coming up with a supplement, processing them, that already discourages me to use it because of the process that goes through with it and all the other chemicals that need to go into it to come up with that product. So that discourages me easily. I don't go for that.
Of course, Sheila is a nurse, so she knows a lot about the supplements, medications, and things like that. But also, we wanted to celebrate that Sheila's Sjogren's autoimmune symptoms have been gone in 21 days. So Sheila, could you describe to other people what kind of symptoms did you have from Sjogren's that have been gone for you? So others can hear.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. I am very excited actually. So my symptoms were severe brain fog. So I'm a nurse and I'm on the bedside with the patient, and I always have to chart. I have to have conversations several times a day with my doctors, with my fellow nurses, come up with a treatment plan, or what do you call this, implement what the medical management is, what the medical plan is. And I have to chart a lot. And the primary thing that was bothering me was I started having problems in spelling. I suddenly could not spell some words, and the worst part was when I could not anymore spell the word fever, and that's a very basic word. And it came to a point that I was using Google so much to spell for me. That was how my brain fog was bad. It was not just forgetting things here and there and forgetting what my husband said 2 weeks ago, what my kids told me 3 weeks ago, and then I am completely absent-minded. And then I had very severe dry eyes, very severe dry mouth and skin, and I would gasp waking up in the middle of the night because my mouth is so dry and I could not breathe. I had difficulty of swallowing, and my food would just hang on my throat for hours. Like it would take about 3 to 4 hours before my food would clear out completely. I have thyromegaly. I had severe arthritic pains on my bones and joints. I had severe arthritic pain and stiffness on all my fingers and bodies. And I'm a COVID nurse, and there came a point that I could not even tie my isolation gown and put my mask on without the excruciating pain. My charting on the floor was very hard. I could not click my mouse without being teary from pain. And muscle pains and tightness, lightheadedness. I was so dizzy throughout the day. I had abdominal pain from indigestion, gastric pain. I had constipation, like I was pooping only twice a week. And normally before COVID, our floor was gastroenterology and pulmonology floor. And so I'm exposed so much of GI problems, and the importance of pooping is very, very much what do you call this, is very, very much emphasized. I've actually always told my patients that never take for granted your ability to poop. I always tell it to them. I had depression. I really had depression. I felt like my feet were in chains, that they were so heavy to walk on. And when I joined the program, I actually wrote Oksana and Victoria as like, hey ladies, I am very, very depressed, and I have zero motivation. I am just afraid that I will start with the program and then quit as early as possible, because I absolutely have no motivation, and I'm so afraid to start something and I would not follow up on it. And then I had extreme fatigue. I was very easily sick. So these symptoms were actually happening 2 years before my exact 2.5 years before my exact diagnosis, and the doctors were just skipping, and they just could not figure it out, but my symptoms were getting worse. I had severe sinus disease, and I would get my sinus disease that would go into migraines, severe migraines. I would have an aura, and it would just, if I don't do something easily about it in the early stage of it, I'm done for the day. I had to stay on bed. And then it would, I would have those sinus diseases about 3 times a week. And then I had calcific bursitis, and actually it's an accumulation also of the uric acid and calcium on my right shoulder, or the right rotator cuff. And that put me on a shoulder sling for 4 weeks. And when I went when I went into the program, I was on a sling on my second week. And on the on the on the second day of the program, I started pooping like big time. And on the fifth, and the symptoms were just there, you know. And then 15 days into the program, I actually started feeling that on a scale of 1 to 10 of my symptoms, and I started at 10. The symptoms stayed on 2 on about day 15. It was on 2 on day 15. And around day 21, they were just gone. All these pains were just gone. The thing that was hanging on was my brain fog, but all the pain, everything was just awesome in my body, what I was feeling. And until now, I think Karen, we're together in this program. I think it's our day 40, right? Or day 39. But anyway, it's our day 39 or day 40, because I know I missed my logbook one day because I was sick, so tired one day from coming to work, and I had to do my logbook the following morning. And I got confused when I did that. But this is the thing. I saw my eye lubricant this morning, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't remember the last time I have used my eye lubricant. I haven't used that in several days, but during this program and early on this program, I was using that eye lubricant like 8 to 10 times a day, because my eyes would just feel like they had sands in them, and it was so uncomfortable without the tear lubricant. And I have not used that lubricant for days now. I can't even remember the last time I used it. And then my mouth is, I have so much saliva now, and I've never woken up in the middle of the night for weeks gasping because my mouth is dry. I learned later that when you have thyromegaly, that causes the food to hang in there. And now the I don't anymore have that difficulty of swallowing, and my food just goes down. And of course, I'm pooping all the time, and my husband has given me a new title. I'm a pooping machine, and I'm okay. I feel like it's a compliment. I'm delighted with the title. But because this is what happens. But that is really a good sign. Being a GI nurse, my goodness, that poop is very, very much of a gem. So the healthy poops are what you should aim for, because that is a very, very huge sign for healing. So yeah, it's been amazing. And I got to, and the best thing is I got to request my doctor last week if I could have my labs drawn and everything reevaluated, and he actually cooperated with my request, and he gave me all the labs, and now I have the order in hand. I could just walk into that lab clinic and have my labs drawn and see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. But it's okay. The important thing is I feel so good. I feel so good.
Thank you so much, Sheila, for sharing that. And we really inspired by your story, and as well as this is a good indication that our process works for autoimmune diseases. It reverses autoimmune diseases. It's just a matter of how soon it happens for each person and what recovers first for you. So Sheila, before she came into the program, she was eating really, really healthy for decades. So she's a very healthy eater. And she was also upset with her diagnosis that, she takes care of her body. Why did she get autoimmune disease? So she's seeing really fast results because of everything that she has done up until this point was helping her with her recovery, even though she did get autoimmune disease, but she was really taking care of her body prior to that. And so how fast people recover depends on what they've done prior and how long they've been sick. But the autoimmune diseases are reversible and they do get reversed. It's just a matter of time and how soon and what is it you're dealing with specifically that's either slowing down your recovery and what kind of issues you have.